Obviously, you were sidelined a couple of practices. Was that just precautionary soft tissue thing, or?
Yeah, it's just a caution thing. Just being on top of everything, make sure everything's good. You know what I mean? Everything's fine though.
Mike McDaniel has said that he wants to run the ball more this season. Have you seen such a commitment, or does that have to wait till preseason games? How is that going?
Oh yeah, sir. It's going right as planned. Obviously that comes with us putting in the work and making them feel comfortable every day that we go out there. So I feel like when O line's been doing a tremendous job. We all still have room to improve, and we still have room to go. So I just can't wait to see it all finally come together and we get this thing rolling.
From what you know of Mike McDaniel, and you know him well,
Yeah.
does he prioritize and value the run game?
Oh yeah, no doubt. I remember Mike was a run game coordinator where I used to be. So obviously they ain't never leave. That's a love of his, and he know that's a love of ours. So with us in the O line, it's our job, like I said, to make him feel comfortable every day when we go out there and working, and make him be willing to call the plays.
So knowing that at any point last season, did it surprise you that the team ran the ball so little and I believe second lowest in rushing attempts?
No, not at all. I mean, shoot, you got to think we got electric people on the outside as well with a tremendous quarterback. So it's hard not to utilize those guys at times. But like I said, mainly that goes back to us of doing our job and making it hard to go away from us. So we just got to keep working that way. We could be just as good as everybody else on the field.
Jeff, I have kind of a two-part question if I can borrow from Barry for that template here. So last year, the last 5 games of the season, you guys rushed for 125 yards per game, which was about 40 more than the rest of the season. Do you feel that there was kind of some continuity building that got you to that point where the running game took off more late in the year?
Oh yeah. I mean, it was just more of a mindset thing. You got to think people hear the chatters just like everybody else do. So it comes to a point where you have to stand up as a man and as a player and say that we're not a one-dimensional team. And just like those guys like the pass block, they like to run block as well. And just like we like the pass block, we definitely love to run the ball. So it goes hand in hand. Like I said, it's just reverse back to us going out there every day and doing what we need to do. That way, when they do call, we'll be ready to execute every time.
Part of that is how do you think the continuity that carries over from pretty much the same running back room? Obviously, you had a couple of rookies and a lot of the same offensive line coming back. How do you think that benefits the run game and just the relationship y'all have working together for so long now?
Like you said, that's the main thing, relationships. The last part of that question, we all together, we all know each other, we all know each other's goal. So with that being said, we're going to try to put each and every player in the best position. So just like they got to make the right block, we're going to have to make sure we make the right cuts to make sure they have the right blocks and have the right reads. So it all plays hands in hands. And like I said, it's not our first year together. We didn't train together in the offseason. We didn't have our camaraderie. So now it's just time to get on the field and put it to work.
Jeff, what do you make of the Dalvin Cook chatter? He's made it no secret he'd like to be here.
Oh yeah, man, shoot. He's a great player. You know what I mean? If he comes, we'd love to have him. You know what I mean? It just makes our room that much more competitive and makes everybody step up to another level. Even though we already at another level, but we still competition always breeds greatness in players. So to have him come and be as a tremendous player he is, I mean, that's just another addition to the Super Bowl run.
When you when you and Raheem have been around Chris Greer, Mike, do you ever get curious? Have you ever asked, hey, what's going on with Dalvin? Just because it impacts your position, or is that nothing that you guys would ever ask Chris Greer, kind of like jokingly or good-naturedly?
Oh yeah, me personally, I wouldn't. Our job is to work here. Their job is to make decisions on that aspect. So I feel like for them to go in, that's almost being like disrespectful. Our job is to come out here and work and do everything we can to be the best that we can be. And whatever happens before or after that, that's what happens. That's the decision upstairs. We're players and we're here to play the game.
Yeah, from a running back's perspective, I'd like to know about the defense. To us, Christian Wilkins has been unstoppable. The front seven has been really good. What have you seen from the front seven?
Definitely that. He's a pain, man. Those guys, he's a pain, man. And also pain, he'll let you know he's a pain. So that makes him even, you know what I'm saying? But no, they're tremendous. And I love our front seven. They're making our O-line, like, great. You know what I mean? So you got to understand those guys are some of the best in the league. So if you're going against that every day, like I told them, you ain't going to see too much harder than that when you go on Sunday. So if those guys keep on honing in and doing what they're doing and they're getting better every day, competing with those guys, it's going to be a beautiful sight at the end of camp and when we get rolling in the regular season because it ain't going to be too much of nothing they haven't really seen.
Where does Christian rank in smack talk?
Yeah, he's top tier. He's definitely top tier. You know what I mean? I was sharing the league. This is my 6th year and I've been around. I done heard some guys talk, but like I don't know. Christian, it's just like he's got the aggravating trash talk. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, I'll kick you. You know what I'm saying? But nah. It's all comes from a good place in a good spot in his heart. So it just makes everybody come on and play that much better. So I love it.
Who are some other guys around the league that are in your top 10?
And what trash talk?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's tough. I had to really think about that one because I done seen a lot. But yeah, but I already know it's something out there for sure. I tell you that.
Not live and they're tagging off. Is there a pretty healthy debate about whether or not I would have broken that tackle or no, I would have gotten you down? You guys kind of go back and forth about that.
Oh yeah, most definitely. You know, it's an ego thing. Like, you know what I mean? They definitely defensive player always gonna think they make a tackle, even if they put a fingernail on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? So like that competitiveness, that's another edge that keeps it driving. That's why I didn't get in past. It's just that much more fun and that much more competitive because we already know those guys think they're the beast on the field and they're unstoppable. But shoot, we unstoppable too. So it's a pretty thing.
What have you seen from Devon A-Chain, and what has communication been like between you and him? He was a veteran.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be great. He's gonna be great. And he already know anything he ever needs. He can call on me. He can ask me. It's not a thing where I won't give him every tool that he needs to be great. Even though we're in competition, that's not to stay here because at the same time, I remember when I was a rookie and I had a guy Jeremy McKinnon, Raheem. Matt Breida, those guys did the same thing for me, so I feel like it's only right for me to do the same thing that anybody else come in for him and Chris. So he's going to be a great player. He's learning the game fast, and he's already fast. So you know what I mean. It's going to be a great sight. It's going to be a great sight for him. Can't wait to see his future.
I didn't notice Teron out there much. I only noticed him out there for one snap. But was there any tangible difference, a boost, anything from having him out, or is it too soon to tell?
Oh no, I mean, he's a vet though. Anytime you see him come around, every time he's around, you feel his presence. So it's like even when he's not there, he's there. You know what I mean? Like he's always talking, he's always giving advice, and he's another guy. If you need something and you ask him, he's gonna tell you, and he's gonna be completely honest, and he's gonna give you every tool that you need to be great because you know what I mean. He's a great player. He's an awesome player. Love having him around. Love feeling his presence. Man, just can't wait to play with him again.
You got the scooter out much in the offseason?
Oh yeah, man, I done took it to the house. Now, you know what I'm saying? I got tired of people stealing it from riding around, wasting my battery. I gotta come back and charge it up, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I take it through the neighborhood now, so it's all good.